Tonight on Podcasting Down, we are back with our continuing, 3-year running review of Judas Priest's entire discography, and we are doing 1982's release, Screaming for Vengeance. Podcast them down. Hail Metal Nation, it is I, Tim. This is Podcasting Down. That is Matt and Doc Savage, and we accidentally took 6 weeks off. I blame Matt.
My bad.
And Doc Savage is frozen. Oh, never mind. He's unfrozen. But yeah, so one of the many series we've started.
Sucks.
Yeah, well, Doug is coming to us from the Podcasting Down Artisanal Bakery, now connected again.
I like how
artisanal. It's an artisanal bakery and leather shop.
Yeah, so we sell like sourdough and leather jackets. Is that?
Yeah, and coffee.
Here's a smooth transition to Judas Priest. All right, Judas Priest, 1982. So they have released Point of Entry, and everyone is, well, let me back up. They released British Steel. It's heavy. It's acclaimed. Their star is rising, and then it's time for an amazing follow-up, and they foul tipped it with Point of Entry, which was, didn't really continue the Judas Priest sound. It was more like a step back. So when they came to do their next album, Screaming for Vengeance, or as my typo on my notes says, Screaming for Vengeance, they decided Point of Entry was too safe. So they wanted to lean heavier into the heaviness.
Okay.
So they ended up trying to go heavier than British Steel. So they all packed up and went to Spain, as you do.
I mean, that's what you do.
Mm-hmm.
So they recorded. So part of this was for tax reasons. I believe this is around the time that some of them moved to Spain. Mm-hmm. Because as George Harrison famously pointed out in his song Taxman, if you're making a certain amount of money and you live in the UK, they take 80% of it. So they're like, well, no, I live in Spain. See, I have a house here in Spain. So they also recorded in Spain. So they didn't have to pay their taxes. And they laid down the album. It was, again, common practice for British bands of the era. Then they, it's unclear what the exact timeline is, but they did the bulk of the album there and then finished it up in Orlando, Florida, which,
Seems perfectly normal.
Orlando. When did Disney World open?
70s?
Yeah.
Wait, Disneyland or Disney World?
World. They were in Orlando.
Tim, Disneyland opened in 55.
Fuck you,
well,
Tim.
I figured that.
Disney World opened in 1971, October 1st.
So I don't know about you, but I can 100% picture them wearing Mickey Mouse ears.
I can see that.
So, album came out. I thought this was weird. It was released on July 1st, 1982, Canada Day in the US.
Oh.
But it was a week and a day later that it was released in the UK. So they are gunning for the US market. Like that's the goal.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it's just weird. Usually it's the other way around. They were on Columbia Records, which was based in the US though, wasn't it?
Well, we've gone over this. Refer to the past people. There's Columbia and then there's Sony.
Right.
And it's different in each territory. Mm-hmm. But it's kind of both, if I recall. There wasn't Sony before. Anyway, we've talked about it in the past. Tim is technically wrong, but I can't remember why.
This is where you'll have to go through the previous ones, where we've addressed this already. All right. Track list. I'm just going through the usual formula or format, not formula. Yeah. Heavy metal, 38 minutes, 43 seconds. Columbia, produced once again by Tom Allom. Same guys as the last record. Track list. The Hellion, Electric Eye, Riding on the Wind, Bloodstone, Take These Chains. I want to address that, but Pain and Pleasure, Screaming for Vengeance, You've Got Another Thing Coming, Fever, and Devil's Child. So, it's always bugged me, like when bands put parentheses in the song title. All right, think about, it's one thing when it has nothing to do with the rest of the song title. Specifically, I'm thinking of Welcome Home, Sanitarium by Metallica. So there's like sanitariums in parentheses, but this one is Take These Chains. Now, does that mean the song is called Chains? Or is Take These Chains an alternate title, and that's why it's in parentheses? Like, this is something I will never understand. What's the function of the parentheses here? Is it chains or Take These Chains? What is it?
I think it's got to be chains,
Take
but
these chains.
What? Huh? Wouldn't you think it's chains, and they're just clarifying which chains they're taking?
No.
No.
Oh yeah, hey, the beard came back, by the way. Thank you, Santa.
Welcome, Timothy.
It's been a while since we've recorded.
I don't know. I mean, I guess it's. Why can't it just be Take These Chains with Take These in parentheses? Is that not an approved way?
Yeah.
All right, another example. Also by Metallica a year later. Anesthesia Pulling Teeth.
Well, I feel like in that case, they had two titles and they didn't know which one they were willing to do, so they just cheaped out and did both. Right?
So it's like a compromise. I think it should be Chains. I think it should be Take These Chains.
Maybe, but I feel like more it's just like
Columbia Records in the United States, CBS Records everywhere else.
all right, well, we settled that.
You said Sony. That's CBS.
Yeah, which that didn't happen until 85 or something.
We're not there yet.
All right. Well, we'll table this Take These Chains thing.
You know why it's like that, Tim? Fuck you. That's why it's like that.
That's right. All right. So they chose Ibiza Sound Studios in Spain, and I will pronounce that Z. Fuck you.
Ibiza?
A location known for its distractions, i.e. beaches and nightlife. So basically, what year did Rob Halford become sober?
1722.
I don't think it was 1722.
Oh.
I want to say it was the 85, 84, 85.
Yeah, so I forget if this was the album in Spain where he got hepatitis, but one of these albums that they recorded in Spain, like they're like, "Hey Rob, you're looking awfully yellow," and he goes, "Huh, I don't feel good." Turns out he had hepatitis.
But you gotta play your ba 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 ba.
Hepatitis. So he so that applies to one of these albums in this period, but basically they would record and then hit the beaches and the bars and get blind drunk and then go back. Now if you remember, they recorded Point of Entry in I'm looking for it, in the same place, and they claim they were like too distracted by like the nightlife, right? And they kept coming back and like didn't put the effort in. So I'm not, I guess the sting of the reduced commercial success kind of kicked them in the ass to make a better record, and it did, because it appears that they just repeated the same formula as last time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the most famous track. You've already heard the name. You know the song. You've Got Another Thing Coming. It was an afterthought. It didn't come with the bulk of the writing of the album. They wrote and recorded it in Florida. So they pieced it together when they were finishing up the rest of the album. And that became their biggest radio hit. And that song is what, like, they had made some headway in America, but then they really broke through with You Got Another Thing Coming. Most of the album written by Tipton Halford Downing, as they do. However, Take These Chains was written by Bob Halligan Jr. So he's the one you got to ask why it's called parentheses Take These and parentheses Chains. And is that like the only time they ever did that?
No,
I don't.
Well, Bob Halligan Jr. is a hit maker. They were gunning for a hit. Then they got it with their own song. But
right.
Now he wrote. There's a song on the next record too. Some Heads Are Gonna Roll is also him.
Oh, I didn't know he wrote that one.
Yeah, obviously the code of metal, you write your own stuff, but somehow Priest also doesn't, and nobody cares. Like 3 times. He also wrote The Lodger on Invincible Shield. That kind of weird bonus track.
Interesting.
He wrote the songs Beat 'em Up and Make Rock, Not War on Blue Oyster Cult's Club Ninja record, Rise to It and Read My Body on Kiss's album Hot in the Shade, Could Have Been You on Cher's album Love Hurts, and the single Rock You from Helix's Walking on the Razor's Edge album.
Hell yeah.
I haven't heard of most of these. He wrote most of the songs on Icon's album Night of the Crime, and he co-wrote the song Bang Down the Door on Bonfire's 1989 Point Blank record. Never heard of him. I guess he's most famous for Priest.
I mean, clearly.
Yeah, he's got Desmond Child. He's the one, the Bon Jovi, Alice Cooper.
Wait, wasn't he in Spinal Tap?
Desmond Child?
Yeah. Isn't that who the guy from The Simpsons plays? And I'm Desmond Child.
No. All right, so Screaming from Vengeance songs are the second most played at concerts at Judas Priest. So like total by album. The most being British Steel, so that makes sense. They followed the album with the World Vengeance Tour. Now that's 122 shows. Okay, of those 122 shows, how many countries do you think they hit? Matt?
5.
1, 2, 3. All right.
I would say 20.
All right. You are both wrong. They hit 4 countries. Do you want to guess what those 4 countries are?
Okay. Number 1, England.
Again, it's called World Vengeance. So yes, England is 1.
Okay. World Vengeance. I'm going to say
sets.
They're inherently lazy, so Spain
would be a good idea, but no.
Okay.
Visa issues back then. The United States and Canada.
Yes.
Living there?
The United States and Canada. That's 2. What's the last one?
Well, they did have a famous
US, UK, Canada.
They had a famous record recorded in Japan. So Japan?
Great guess, but definitely wrong.
Oh, fuck.
All right, what if I told you that of the 122 shows, 121 were not played in this country?
Okay, so there's one show.
One show.
The Soviet Union still exists, so it's probably not there.
Does. but it's not them.
Okay.
Actually, here's a huge hint. It's not clear which one.
Germany?
Yes, Germany. I assume Western Germany, but they did one show on the World Vengeance Tour outside of the English-speaking North American countries.
Okay.
All right. So, Doug, do you have any insight into the artwork? Because I do if you don't.
Yeah, the guy who this guy's done most of their covers in this run. Was this the first one or the second one? Probably
I'll look that up while you talk.
This introduces. No, it doesn't. There's usually probably greater than 50% of the time on Priest records slant in the image, just like this, aligning with the logo or counter to it sometimes.
Oh yeah, point of entry is that slanty phallic metal whatever.
Yeah, British steel and stained glass, a rod through the guy's head.
Yeah.
You know,
Hey,
even-
you're right.
Even the rock and rolla on rock and rolla is slightly askew.
Rock and roll.
Rock and rolla.
That's always gonna get me. All right. The artwork was done by Doug Johnson. Totally made up sounding name.
Oh, it's one of yours, Doug.
He did not do point of entry, but he did do Defenders of the Faith. So this is the first of his run of artwork. So basically, it's a metal eagle, basically, which with teeth, which
Yeah.
was later appropriated by Primal Fear. I mean that in a good way. So I found sources that say this is the Hellion, but I
Really?
can't find like corroborating sources that say that.
Well,
I always assumed it was the devil's child in front of the bloodstone.
So
on the back of the LP is
yeah,
the
which I
word.
have here.
Yeah. All right, you have a bigger one, so read it.
Yeah, so it says, from an unknown land through distant skies came a winged warrior. Nothing remained sacred. No one was safe from the Hellion as it uttered its battle cry, screaming for vengeance. So now, okay, let's unpack that. So it's a mechanical eagle,
Yeah.
which is seeking revenge. What could you do to a mechanical eagle that would cause it to need revenge? And if you look, it's not really screaming because its tongue is kind of out. It's more like it's going.
I mean, I could see that screaming.
It could be screaming, but I feel like the tongue needs to be down to really
Yeah.
shriek appropriately. Maybe it's about to scream for vengeance.
I mean, for me, the problem with this image is the wiggle worm just behind its legs, and it really takes me out of it.
Well, I think that's the turbulence because it's going so fast.
Yeah. To me, the screaming is like a Stuka dive bomber, right? That's what the ego is doing. That's the screaming. It's the displacement of air.
Oh, like a.
It kind of. Yeah, that could be. This kind of looks like bacon, actually.
Does it have torpedo shoulders?
Yes, it does. I was
Okay,
going to bring
all
that
right.
up. So it's got torpedo shoulders.
All right.
At least. Oh well, I'm assuming it
assuming
has
six.
six. Right, because you can see 3 of them on this side, and it's got metal feathers.
Yeah,
which
that's-
is amazing.
Kind of defeats the purpose of feathers if you think about it.
And talons, and yeah, this is great. I love
Fangs.
it. Full marks for the album. It's also apparently the red circle behind it like adds the contrast for the blue and the
Bloodstone.
steel. Yes, is that the you think so?
Or it may be some kind of electric eye, which I've noticed that the bird, the Hellion, does not have.
Oh, yeah.
It's a very
You're right.
subtle touch.
Yeah. So there you go. There's the artwork. So I don't know how much of this I agree with, but the description I got from the internet, the lore helped establish the Hellion as the mascot for the band.
Oh yeah.
But I don't think they used it that much. It's Primal Fear's mascot, not Judas Priest mascot.
If you were to ask me right before this moment what the Hellion is, I would have said it's the thing on the Defenders of the Faith cover, where there's also a message written in the back. But yeah.
Oh shit. Okay. Well,
I mean, they literally call this the Hellion, so there's
Right.
sure an argument, unless it takes many forms.
should I just go ahead and buy Defenders of the Faith
Yeah, I think we're gonna
on vinyl?
I
yes.
think so.
Because
To do this level
as you
of
know,
analysis.
I got the I have Defenders of the Faith on CD. Oh shit. Well, look at this. $15 with $5 delivery. Would it be stupid not to buy this?
Yes.
It's rated VG plus.
very good plus.
Yeah. Well, you've never bought vinyl online, have you? Oh my God. You're
Now, are you
embarrassing
going
me,
with,
Matt, in front of all. Oh, it's in Hackensack, New Jersey. I think I have to buy this right now.
You
Don't
gotta
I?
buy it now.
Yeah.
All
right, so- I will get this while we're pad for time. 90 cents tax. Fuck this. Oh my God.
But getting back to the Hellion, don't you think if that really was the Hellion and intended to be the band's mascot, they would have devoted at least a minute-long song to it?
Oh, we'll get to the track by track
Okay,
breakdown in a second here. All right. Next, let's talk about the track by track breakdown. All right. So the Hellion, the
TBT.
opening track. How long is it? Like 46 seconds?
41 seconds.
Yeah. So it's this weird, like, atmospheric intro, which I didn't realize was a separate song because every time Judas Priest has played Electric Eye, and every time I've seen tribute bands play Electric Eye, they do the Hellion. So it's the same, like it's practically the same song. And preview, in our absence, I've been working on the new Eisenmore and Burning Shadows albums. There is a Burning Shadows song that's gonna function the same way as the Hellion and Electric Eye. There's
Is it
an
called
intro
the Heavian?
and then the heavy song, and they just are stuck together. So
There's a Wumpscut, the German electronic band, did a cover of just the Hellion. That's 5 minutes long.
Nice.
that's what?
I'm sure it's on YouTube. They may not add much to it. It's not an additive cover.
Something went wrong with my purchase. Order confirmed. All right. Well, I guess it's coming. So once that arrives, we'll be able to do Defenders of the Faith, because I'll be like, I own all this vinyl so I can show it on the video portion of the podcast. That's the only reason I bought the vinyl. That's not
right.
true at all. But all right, moving on.
So we open with the Hellion, arguably their strongest separate intro into song. We'll test that on Painkiller with One Shot at Glory and whatever the opener is called there. Then we get into Electric Eye, one of the classics.
Electric Eye was released as a single, and I guess it didn't have the Hellion attached.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's interesting.
But on the Demolition album, there are songs with like double the length of the Hellion and just guitar feedback and stupid noise before the songs start. Surely they could have spared 42 seconds, cut down to 28 seconds for radio or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Electric Eye is like, is it, so it's a dystopian future or present because it's
The
now the
United
future.
Kingdom.
Yeah, with omniscient surveillance.
But it is like an elected position, right? Like I'm elected the electric eye. I heard that a lot.
Yeah,
That
but
may
it's
be
like
using elected in a broader sense of the term elected.
Oh, I thought it was like a job.
Yeah.
Well, it's allegedly inspired by 1984 by George Orwell.
What isn't? Boring.
So, if citizens are caught rebelling in any manner, they disappear. But Judas Priest was a visionary band.
Oh, Tim's dying.
I'm okay. I'll just cough on mic. It's fine. Basically, the electric eye in this case is a satellite, not just
Yeah.
security cameras.
My lasers trace everything you do.
Yep.
But
Yeah,
again,
like how there's lasers involved. That's always great.
these people should really invest in roofs if it's a satellite.
Yeah, what?
All we've been able to
Satellite
ascertain from
surveillance
satellite
started
photos
this
is that it's not on the roof. What?
Satellite surveillance, I guess, must have started this early, right? I'm sure the first satellite we put up was this. Yeah.
Here's a fun fact, Doug. In the 60s and 70s, there were satellites that took film. And so their solution was to just eject them, and a plane had to pick them up from the sky before they hit the ground.
Wow. Like that would work 1 in 50 times, but
I think it was surprisingly successful.
All right. So Electric Eye, like any Judas Priest cover band, is going to play Electric Eye. We're in the era where every Judas Priest tribute band I've ever seen, and I've seen a few of them because they've opened for my Metallica tribute band. They all play songs from this era, and they tend not to go as far as Painkiller. It's very rare. So the type of person who's going to do a Judas Priest tribute band seems to be a teenager in this era and focusing on Screaming for Vengeance, British Steel through maybe Turbo.
Okay.
So, if you have counter examples, please send them, comment them down below. I want to check them out. Anyway, even the band from Baltimore, Judas Rising, named after a song off Angel of Retribution, doesn't play anything past the 90s.
Okay.
Including the 90s. All right. Anyway, Electric Eye, like a staple of Judas Priest's catalog. Next is Riding on the Wind. Now, was this about motorcycles?
I thought so.
It's not clear. They're going fast,
They're definitely going fast.
but it's not clear the mode of transport. Thunderbolt from hell, shattering aloud, screaming demons yell, bursting through the clouds. That's not a motorcycle.
Huh.
Maybe that's what the Hellions doing.
yeah, I always saw this as more mythical or.
Oh, wait. Are you saying this whole album is about the activity of the Hellion?
I don't think so. How can you cough into the microphone like that?
That was pretty amazing.
That's for our listeners in Hackensack, New Jersey, who have just lost a vinyl copy of of Defenders of the Faith, which is an episode coming soon, right? Right.
Oh,
All right.
wouldn't they be happy because you bought it from them?
No, what? What's more important than owning a Judas Priest vinyl? Nothing.
I don't know.
Everything's a zero-sum game to Tim.
It costs $20. Like, I'd rather have the vinyl than $20. You want to buy it from me? It's going to cost more than $20.
I'll buy it from you for 21 bucks.
Else.
Ooh, now that's a profit right there. All right, so I can't wait for the Electric Eye to tell me when my vinyl's going to arrive. All right, next track, track 4, Bloodstone. Bloodstone is a song that, like, I knew, but I didn't know by the title, which is odd because he says Bloodstone, let's see, 4, 8, 12, 16. He says it 20 times in the song, and I didn't know that's what he was saying.
Huh.
Yeah, so it's another classic song. I don't think it's been played as much as the other ones. But so it's a little slower than it's a little more laid back than Riding on the Wind. So far we've had like these metal anthems, classic anthems, high energy.
Wait, do you
Bloodstone
mean
pulls it back a
manthems?
little bit. What?
Do you mean manthems?
Manthems, yeah. You're surrounded by manthems.
Oh, it's the other side.
Doug, does the artisanal bakery serve any gluten-free items? We do have listeners with like celiac and gluten
disease.
intolerance.
Let me go check in the kitchen.
Well, you should know. Like, is it a separate prep area, or do they use the same prep area? Because, like California gluten-free.
Oh yeah,
they're doing it to be seen. But like there are people with serious medical issues, Doug.
They're two completely separate kitchens.
Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that. All right.
What do we use?
Not at a premium here in downtown Los Angeles.
Remember, the punchline is I've never paid $20 for a garbanzo to beat on my face.
Where's my laughter? Damn it! I can't find it. So I'll just do this one.
And that, Tim, is another thing you could do with $20. Is better than owning a Judas Priest vinyl.
All right, so Bloodstone got a good sinister groove to it. Classic for sure. Now I've set you up, Tim. Take These Chains.
Well,
oh shit.
Well, I was going to say something about the outro, but now I have to talk about Take These Chains. Take These Chains seems to me like they're trying to write another Queen song.
Oh, I got kind of an Iron Maiden-y vibe.
I'm trying to think of, I don't think Iron Maiden has ever shown this kind of constraint.
Okay, well, I mean, I just got the sense because they said Take These Chains like 17 times within a 4-minute song.
Right, yeah. Okay. That's where you were going with
Take these chains.
Take these chains off my heart.
Chains.
Yeah, so they the chorus sounds like they're trying to like write. Okay, so the last time they tried to write a Queen song, they tried to write "We Will Rock You."
Oh yeah.
But now it sounds like they're trying to write one of the Queen love songs. Like it's just very 80s, kind of uninteresting, but it's still not bad. I think it's an okay song. I think it's right in the album. Like they needed to slow it down more here. With a sort of ballad. It's not really a ballad.
It's kind of like a heavy slowdown.
Yeah, but this just screams early 80s.
Doesn't overstay. Yeah, it's not a Queen would be more layered, which would probably help this song.
Yeah,
but at 3 minutes, whatever.
Yeah. All right, so then the side of the LP closes with Pain and Pleasure. So Pain and Pleasure comes off as like the riffs are like the late 70s Judas Priest, very bluesy.
Mm-hmm.
What I found interesting is it's drowning in 80s production. So they got the pre-delay on the reverb on the snare. So what I mean by that is you hit the snare and then you hear, does that make sense?
It does, yeah. That's a good description.
So it goes "Ka, wh, ka, wh," every time the snare is hit. It's like you're playing it in a parking garage. And then the vocals are also drowning in reverb. So it's like a song left over from the 70s Judas Priest that they tried to 80s as hard as possible. It's another song it's fine.
Yeah, it's kind of an interesting choice to not the opposite of bury, arguably, but inside two with or side one, side A with take these chains and then pain and pleasure in the middle of your very up tempo live exciting album. But they get away with it because we're gonna forget about both these songs in a minute.
And then you flip the record over and you get blasted all over the face.
Whoa.
With Screaming for Vengeance, which again, I guess is the action of the Hellion. He's had too much pain and pleasure and someone's taken these chains and he's left the bloodstone and now he's riding on the wind and he's screaming for vengeance. So, yeah, this is like what Judas Priest started doing with like the Ripper. This is just taken to the nth degree.
Yeah. I mean, it's very clear that they wanted the second album or second side to start with this. And I think that actually explains the other two tracks that precede it, where they're just like, yeah, let's just stick them there.
See, I would have buried them at the end of side 2.
Oh, but I feel like I don't know. I'm not a big vinyl guy. As attested to the fact that I've not yet bought vinyl during this recording, unlike
Saw
some
you
of us.
one for $25.
Sold. But I feel like you're more likely to switch over to the second side. Like you're more likely to pay attention to the end of the first side, or maybe even flip it prematurely. Whereas,
I gotcha. Yeah, I got you. Well, like,
let it ride out until it's like.
Well,
on CDs, that's
songs that could be radio songs, which those clearly were intended to be on the end of your record. Seems much more 90s when any kind of album order, like album design, went out the window. Everything went up to 56 minutes and 14 songs.
Yeah, well, I was thinking, I guess I was coming at it from a CD because that's where you're going to hide the bad CD, the bad songs on a CD, you know?
Yeah.
Or
after a
maybe
17-minute silent track.
Maybe not necessarily the bad songs, but like the ones that don't match with the rest of the album. You kind of stick those towards the end, but not at the end. You got to close strong. All right.
And then have your 17-minute silent track.
Screaming for Vengeance. I don't know what more to say about it. Like, this is Priest at its best. It's firing on all cylinders. But it seems to me there's two kinds of Priest. There's the very popular Priest, and then there's the extremely metal Priest. Okay, there's more than two kinds of Priest, but there's two kinds of good Judas Priest. And so we go right from the extremely metal Judas Priest to the extremely popular Judas Priest with You Got Another Thing Coming. So this is basically, they tried to rewrite Living After Midnight and what was the big one off of Point of Entry? That's right. None of them.
It was a trick question, Doug.
He needs to rewatch our videos. There's some bangers.
Heading out to the highway. But Hot Rockin'. The song about saunas. Yeah. So but yeah, like You Got Another Thing Coming. Fantastic radio hit.
Yeah.
It's I think they said it sounded like a good driving song.
It does sound like a good
I
ride.
can 100% see that.
Yeah.
Like heading out to the highway is a driving song. So you listen to that. You listen to you got another thing coming, and then living after midnight. You got a nice 10-minute drive there to the mall because it was 82.
Like if I was a biathlete, I would come out to this music, and I'd like play around with my gun and my ski poles.
That's right.
And it's so like casual and not deeply structured, and somehow gets away with a 5-minute runtime.
I was going to bring that up. It's long for a radio hit.
Like a nice loaf of sourdough, it's simple, uncomplicated, but delicious.
So they did do a single version where they trimmed some stuff out. I bet the guitar solo, but still, even then, they didn't even cut a minute out. It's still 4 minutes and 10 seconds, which is long for a radio song.
They cut down every time they say you got another thing coming 4 times, they cut it down to 3.
Ruin my drive.
All right. Doug, I have another quiz for you.
Uh-huh.
All right. The first time they played this was on the Vengeance World Tour. What city did they play it in? And your big clue is that it has a lot to do with steel.
It's going to be Bonn. It's going to be Bonn.
I don't know where the one German show was. I doubt it was in Bonn.
Yeah.
Steel. Let me know if you need another hint, because I got another hint ready. What's that?
Pittsburgh. I said Fontana, but wherever
you are in the right state, but the wrong city.
Tim, is it Erie, PA?
No. Think steel.
Well, we said Pittsburgh.
No, that's coal. Think steel.
I'm pretty sure that's steel, but
steel.
Indiana.
Bethlehem.
Bethlehem is correct.
Woo, fuck you, Doug.
They first played it on August 26, 1982 at the Stabler Center. Stabler, not Stapler. I know you want to hear everything as Staples Center, Los Angeles, Doug, but...
You know how sad Doug is that he lost a working class America question?
In Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. All right. Have one of our poppy seed rolls and cheer up.
It should rub all of us because that's where all the money went, not fucking Baltimore, even though we had the bigger, more important mill.
We did. You're right.
Cry in your pain au chocolat.
I don't see any French pastries on those shelves at all.
Well, we don't
loaves.
I ain't elite.
It's called a chocolate bread.
Can I have a pain au chocolat? Get out.
Get the fuck out of here.
Speak French again and I'll kick ton derriere. All right. Where the hell were we? Well, yeah. You were telling your customers you got another thing coming if they order a croissant. Anyway, next track is Fever. It starts with what today I think is an obnoxious stereo effect. But like back then, people weren't listening on headphones so much. So like this guitar, I don't know if they played it through a Leslie speaker or just like had some poor guy, like getting arthritis turning the pan knob in the studio. but yeah, just wiggles back and forth. And, but like if you're listening on a stereo, it's not so bad because it's moving like that much. But if you're listening on headphones, it's like disorienting.
Also, like headphones were like weighed 19 pounds at this point. So like, a few people would be wearing them.
Yeah. They, I don't see what the Fever has to do with anything.
Yeah.
It's like the lines are like, you've set my soul on fire. You fill me with desire. You always get it right all day and all night.
You know, I'm going to admit that I kind of zoned out during the song.
I think it's forgettable,
Yeah.
but it's not bad.
Yeah, I
like-
like the song. Yeah, so far as the more, poppy, slightly poppy.
That kitty got
goes.
so big.
He did. He's a fucking monster.
Where'd the cat go? All right.
Oh, he's right here. Boop, 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 boop.
Don't you have something to say?
Hi.
I was hoping you'd meow.
I think Fever's a good track.
Well, Fever is a good track, but it's just like, I don't know. Nothing you put after Screaming for Vengeance or You Got Another Thing Coming is going to hold up to either of them.
Yeah, you really need to just close the album and write out on that.
Yeah. So it's another like mid-tempo kind of ballad's not the right song, right term, but it's
Also, isn't that the fun of it? Like, it's the last track of the album and it's You Got Another Thing Coming.
lots of dynamics in the song. And then, like it just gets real quiet and then comes back in at the end. Yeah. So good song, probably good placement on the album, but nothing after those two songs was going to be amazing.
Yeah.
Comparatively. Then it closes with Devil's Child, which just sounds like it's another 70s type bluesy Judas Priest one, but not.
I really like this song, and I think it's a classic. Elevates from Fever, certainly. It's a classic album ending track. It's like a Steeler on British Steel. Kind of a deep cut. I heard him play it.
Yeah.
The Demolition Tour, even. But yeah.
I honestly would probably switch Devil's Child and Pleasure and Pain, because I actually think I like this song better as like a turnaround track. And I feel like it's a little less similar to take these, I feel like I would put it there and maybe it would be more notable.
The two things I'll say about this song is I don't know if I disagree with you. It's not that I'm dismissing what you say. It's like I don't have an opinion on where it should be on the album. The solo is a standout among the solos on the album. It's a much better guitar solo, but the chorus is like, classic Priest, but I don't know if they ever play this, but like when he goes, I believe you're the devil, like that's just fantastic. It's like right in Rob Halford's like powerful area. So it's just very well written for him.
The guitar line right underneath it each time. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So live performances. I think it's like pretty obvious how it breaks down. So the most played song off this album is You Got Another Thing Coming, followed by Electric Eye. Like,
Interesting.
And it's like no contest for the top two tracks.
Now, now technically that means Hellion is also a top played track.
What's odd is Hellion is missing from the setlist.fm list.
Yeah, because I think it's just appended to Electric Eye.
Well, I'm trying to think I've probably seen him 5-6 times. And maybe when we saw him on the Nostradamus tour, I think they opened with something from Nostradamus, but it's just, lockstep. They always open with this.
Yeah, it's a perfect opener. And then, so this kind of surprised me. The Devil's Child is the third most played song, the one we were just talking about. Then Riding on the Wind and Bloodstone, and then Screaming for Vengeance is after that. So they actually didn't play it that much. I guess they played it on the tour and that's it. Which is odd.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because it's like supposed to be one of the seminal Judas Priest tracks, but they didn't actually play it live that much. Like for comparison, again, they did 122 dates on the World Vengeance tour, and Screaming for Vengeance was played 138 times. So, now if I remember correctly, now that we're at the end of the episode, I think we have to rate it.
Yeah, we have to rate it.
Yeah.
How do we rate this again? Do we rate it 1 through 10? Do we rate it like on a scale of 19 through 30?
Well, if I could find the thing, I'd let you know.
No. I think ears is only for NPRs. Do we give it a letter grade?
Metal and quality? Yeah, I don't know.
Let's stand by. I can't find the spreadsheet because it's been
the album.
I think we have to decide its genre.
Did you want to give any?
Open with that.
Did you want to give? Did you want to give any?
Shout outs? Yeah, I'd like to shout out to my brother Tim.
No, the bonus track, "Prisoner of Your Eyes." Did you want to talk about that at all, or no?
No.
No.
I'm fine. I didn't even look up anything about it.
I feel like it's our duty to the Podcastum Downers that we only review those parts of the album that were released upon the original release.
That's fair.
And really, if we really were serious about it, we should be listening on vintage equipment.
Well, I am. I don't know about you. No. I got the vinyl. I got my fucking Akai turntable, linear drive. Thank you.
I bet
means I don't have to.
I bet the dynamic range of the speakers you're listening on is much better than what you would find on a consumer grade in 1982.
I do have.
You got neodymium
my
magnets.
My speakers are 90s speakers, though, so you're right.
Yep. Failure. You call yourself a music host?
All right. Well, we need a rating for Screaming for Vengeance. I found it, by the way. Okay. We need it's a 0 to 10 rating.
0 to 10.
Do you need some previous scores to calibrate?
Yeah, it has been 19 months since we've done this, so.
All right. Well, I'll start at the beginning then. Rockarola, we gave a 5. Sad Wings of Destiny and Sin After Sin got 7s.
Yep.
Stained Class got an 8. Killing Machine got a 7.5. Unleashed in the East got 9. British Steel got a perfect almost score at 9.8.
Okay.
Point of Entry got a 6. All right, so where are we with Screaming for Vengeance? There's I don't think there's any weak tracks on this album at all. They're weak because of the songs they're next to, right? But overall, I don't think it's as solid as British Steel. Is it more solid than Unleashed in the East?
But that's
I think
hard.
It's more solid than Killing Machine.
Yeah.
So I want to go in the 8 to 9 areas where I'm thinking it should land.
I think it's a 9. I think the highs on this are higher than British Steel. It's a little less consistent, and it's really just those super commercial songs inserted on the end of the side A.
But there's those super commercial songs inserted in the end of side A, and that's what's staying my hand from pushing the 9 button. I mean, 9 is a very good grade. I mean, this is a great album. Everyone should listen to this album. But honestly, I think it's more in the 8 range, 8.5. I personally, I don't think it's made it up to that El Nueve. It's almost there, but I don't think it's there.
So if you're calling it 8.5, you're saying it's better than Stained Class, but not as good as Unleashed in the East.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, that sounds
Unleashed
right.
in the East is
It's better than this.
perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can agree with that. So we'll give it an 8.5. So next time, whenever that is, let's see.
in
It'll probably be
2027.
about well, I bet next we'll do a Star Trek, right? Right.
I don't know about that, Tim. You still haven't gotten that. It was months ago, and you still haven't put it in your fucking machine. I don't think so, Tim.
I do need to get that. Well, actually, I have a new tablet, so it might be easier to do that now.
All right, good.
But I have to like actually do it. Holy shit, this episode got much longer than I expected. Like you could have listened to the album twice by now.
What's the next Star Trek up? Star Trek TOS.
Well, my point is Defenders of the Faith is the next album we're doing, and we're going to do it soon. I promise.
I mean,
I promise no 6-week hiatuses anymore. And if we do, I'll pinch Matt.
and since it is the liturgical season of Lent, it seems right to do that before Easter.
And we could have this conversation with if you were to ask, like, I think the fans of a certain age, anyway, this is the definitive record. But
I've definitely heard that.
I think Defenders is stronger. It's stupider and mostly in a metal way. Well, preview for next time. But
I don't know. When you say something like that, I feel like some heads are going to roll.
Yeah.
Here it is. Here it is.
There you go.
Then you can tell me you could eat me alive.
I'm going to take you at gunpoint.
Whoa. That was cool.
All right. So, until next time, Metal Nation, make sure that you take these chains off of my heart.
Oh man, we got some awful Star Trek episodes coming up.
Oh, this is going to be great.
I Mud Dug, all the androids.
We did the first one, and remember that was a 5-minute one.
Yeah, I think Cat's
Those Mud's women, right?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
What if we just have a moratorium on? Yeah, we might have to do Cat Spa and I Mud in like a single 20-minute session.
Yeah, well, because we timed it. It was me doing that one. Maybe one of us does Mud and the other does Cat Spa with the ticking clock.
Are those the next two, or are those just coming up?
One episode.
Those are the next two. But Tim is gonna derail us because it was written by his hero Robert Bloch.
That upsets me. I like his writing. I guess he was shit at TV.
Well, you know what? Mud's women. I think we do. We're not going to dignify Harry Mudd with a full length episode. I think that's just a matter of principle. But let's watch let's watch Cat Spa again, and maybe it will merit a full episode. We'll decide once we see.
Dude, I met this chick at a bar in Dundalk, and she gave me a hairy woman. Wait, what was it? Muddy?
Hairy Mud.
A hairy Mud.
Hairy Mud.
I was thinking Mud's women.
We should just watch both of those and back to back it though, for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Absolutely.
All right, next episode. All right, I'm going to stop recording.
And Tim, interesting thing that it might drive you insane. You just bought the original vinyl of Defenders.
Yep.
The remaster, they accidentally reversed the left and the right channel. They haven't corrected that in 25 years.
Oh, that would drive Tim crazy.
So Gwen and KK are on the wrong side, and nobody's done anything about that.
I actually mix, like I wired my monitors wrong, I actually mix backwards on purpose. I left it that way because it helps me notice things. Like when I'm used to them being on one way and then I listen to the mix and they're the other way. So maybe I'll find some insights.
Yeah. It's like writing backwards. You have to think about it.
Yeah.